Now it's time to create the create a post API route in our backend. We created our UI, now we have to create this API route. So let's go back to our source code, which is right here, and we're gonna close this, and we're gonna close all of this, and we're also gonna go here and just collapse all of that. Go to server. You have to go to the routes, and we're gonna go to the route. You can see over here user.route.js and auth.route.js had their own particular functionalities, right? And we're gonna create a new one, route, which is going to be called post.route.js. Okay, so this is going to be used to create a post and all its related things. So what we have to do first of all is import express from express. So we could just simply import like that. Just one second before I actually do this. I want to one thing I want to do is want to use single quotes when I import things. Okay, I just want to create a convention and make it consistent overall. It's just better in programming. So now import express from express. We have to use it. So we could just say router. So const router. Come on. Router is equal to, and then we have express.router with a capital R, and then there you go. You initialized it and you created a router. Now what you want to do is you want to say router dot. Okay, so the thing is, it's a post method. We want to create a post, right? So we could say post, and then we have a like a URL. We'll say /create. So I'll show you the meaning behind this, and what we could do is we're gonna have to create the post, and only admins can create it, right? So we have to first verify from the cookie that if this person is actually an admin or not. Remember, we added that new parameter which is called isAdmin in our JWT token. So that's exactly what we have to do. We have to first also verify token, and then we'll create the controller. But now check this out. Remember the verify token, if you could remember, I created this utils, and then in here we have this verify user, all right? So remember over here we have this verify user, and then we have this function that, if you remember, it has this JWT JSON web token, and it actually verifies from the from the access token if it's authorized to do the thing or not, right? So exactly the same, and if it is, we basically get the request.user, and we assign it to the the user that we get, and we put it in the request.user, and then we go to the next with our middleware. So this is exactly what we want to do. We want to verify the token. So exactly the same. Let's just go and put this back over here. Verify user, and then over here what we're going to do is, you can see over here we have verify user. Okay, so exactly the same. What we want to do is we could actually import it using import, and then we have verify token, and then we have from, then we have not this thing. This is just random. So it's actually going to be in the /utils, and then over here we have verify user.js. Okay, so this is the verified token, and we're basically export const verify user, and exactly the same thing here. Okay, so great. I want to also just look into my user.route.js because I had one other thing. Okay, so you can see over here, they're not verified tokens. I accidentally just created it and called it verify user. I would say, okay, so verify user was the file, and then I just changed it to verify user. Well, I think it's okay. So we're just going to consider it like the same thing. We're going to call it verify user, okay? Right here. Now everything looks to be well. No, just add this as well, like that. Okay, so now you have it perfectly aligned, and now once it's verified, the user is verified as an admin, you could go to the next part, which is creating the post. So that is just a controller that we have to right now add. So where's the controller? You could go to this controllers files, and over here auth.controller, and then we have user.controller. What we're going to create is a post.controller.js file. Okay, over here what we want to do is just create the the necessary thing to actually use this. So you would normally see is export const create post. So it says create, right? I could call it create post because I just like it, having it better. So I have to import this as well. Also, one other thing is, once you have this, you have to export default router. Okay, this is important. You have to export your router as well as your create post. You have to create it and import it. So first of all, we have create post, and we have an async. So because this is going to be using async request and response, and then we have a semicolon over here. We could also use the next middleware handler, error handler, and now what we want to do is simply import it here. So control space, and then Okay, so now we have imported it here, which is awesome. Let's go to the post.controller.js and, you know, see how we could go about this. Remember I told you that the verify user, if I could actually turn this on, in the verify user, what we have is the, you know, the request.user, and remember now it contains the user that's coming from the token, and that token has, you know, the user info as well as whether the person is an admin or not, right? So that's why we could actually use that to check if the person is an admin. So if I say if request dot user dot is admin, that's all, dot is admin. If this is a field now, if this is admin, you know, you could do it, but right now we're checking the, you know, the part where the person is not an admin. That's the check what we have to do. If the person is not an admin, what you want to say is you have to return, and then you could just say next, and then handle the error, just saying, you know, error handler. Now error handler is also from the utils. We could just import it. Should be over there. So error handler is from the utils, and then we have error.js like that. Okay, so error handler, and inside, remember, it has two parameters. One is the name of the code, error code. So we have 403, and then the other one we are saying is you are not authorized to create a post. Perfect, and semicolon here. Perfect, exactly done. Now what we want to do is we want to check whether the post.controller.js will actually create the post in the database, right? But one other thing is that we have different things in our post. We have, if you go to our post, you have the title of the post, the category of the post, the image of the post, and the description of the post. So we have to take care of all these things, right? And this is coming from the request. So we could say is that if the request does not contain these kind of things. Let's suppose if the request does not contain, so what we basically say request.body, this is exactly the request.body, but if the title doesn't exist, or if the request.body content doesn't exist, right, we could just say, you know, return next error, and then we have error handler, and we have 400, please title and content are required, or you could just say, you know, yeah, just exactly the same. Okay, so now what we want to do is right after these, you know, checks, we want to first of all now you know, create a slug for our post. Each post will have a slug. It's good for SEO purposes, right? Normally we don't want to have a post having a random ID number. That's not good for indexing in the web browser. So the best thing to do is to create a slug for each blog article. So to create a slug, it's you know, const slug, and then we have is equal to request dot body dot title. We get the title and we create a slug out of it. Now, suppose I'm checking this out. 1 minute. So I say best database. This is my blog, best database systems. Okay. Now this is a blog title. What I want to do is, okay, even also so like 2024. Okay, best database systems 2024. Now exactly this. I want to first of all, I want to get this entire string. I want to break it up into spaces. So you want to do split. Okay. First you want to do is request.body.title, and then we have dot split. Split it based on the space that you find. And then what you want to do is join them. And then join them based on a dash. So dash like that. So you can see over here. And then you want to first join, and then you want to make them two lowercase. Okay. And then if there's anything like random characters, not like this stuff, you want to actually remove those and basically have these on it. So that's exactly what I'm saying. So exactly what we want to do is replace, and then we have any kind of random, you know, characters like 1 minute. So yeah, so any kind of random, if there's not like an alphabet or there's something else, then just you know, A to Z or capital A to Z or numbers from 0 to 9. If there's something else from that, just replace it, yeah, with just something like this, you know, nothing. So you don't want to replace it with dashes, but you want to replace it with nothing. Okay, null. So just ignore those. Okay, so now that that is there, we got the slug. Now we have to create the post. Okay, so one other important thing before I move on is export default router, right? We have to now use this in our index.js file. So right here in our index.js file, which is right here, you go here into the part where you have, you know, app.use and app. So over here what we do is we have importing router, and we have to import auth, but we also have to import user routes and we have to import post routes. Okay, so if say post routes, and then we have from, and then we have simply / routes, and then we have / post.route.js. Exactly the same. Now post routes is not gonna just be one. It's not gonna be just one route. This is just the one, but we have more than one, right? So that's why I said routes. It's good. And now over here, remember, just like how we did before, like this, app.use, and we'll say app.use, and then we have so we have / we could just say so for this particular case, I could just basically have API, and then we have post / API, and then we have post. Okay, and then we have post routes like this. This is the best practice to do this. It's going to be super clean, and now we can move on. So this is a random test. You could just remove that. Okay, so now we have this really good practice, and you could go now to the post routes easily, and then from here you're calling this create post controller, and this create post controller is here. Now we have to create the data, because we have to actually store this in the database. So what we'll say is we want to store the data in the database, so we'll just say const new post, and we have to create that. So first of all, we have to say new post, and I know we don't have a model right now. We have to create the post model, but before that, let me show you how things will be saved. First of all, we have the post, new post, and we're gonna have to say something like, all the stuff that are existing, just leave them as it is, right? Request.body. And if there's anything like the slug, so request.body contains all your stuff like title, description, image, category. Then you add in a slug that we created for you, right? This slug that the backend is going to create for the post. And then we also want to know which user posted that, right? There's going to be multiple admins in this web application, and many people are going to create posts, right? So we could say is that there's going to be a user ID, okay? User ID field, and it's going to be based on the request.user.id. Now, what I'm saying here is that remember that, sorry, not this. Okay, so remember that request.user that was coming from the middleware. Remember that passed in right here, if you remember in the verify user, this one, request.user, we had to check whether it was there. It has an ID, right? In the, in the what is it called? Redux persist. So from there, I'm getting the user's ID, and I'm, assigning it that this is the person who created this post. This is so well done. I mean, everything looks good over here. And then we finally have the try and catch block where we actually, call this, API. We're gonna handle this. So first of all, we have the next error over here, and then over here we're gonna have to save this. So right now we created this new post, and then we want to save this. So we could basically say const, and then we have saved post. So saved post is equal to await, and then we have new post dot save. Okay, new post dot save. Now this is the thing. We created the object, and then we save it in our database. New post dot save, and then once we do that, we response dot status, and then we have 201, which is a success JSON, and then we could just simply return the saved post like this. Now, one thing which is important to note is that we don't have our new post model. So we have to use this because right now it doesn't even exist. Over here, right, I said new post, but where is the new post, right? So let's go to the middleware, which is, I mean, not in here, but not even in the middleware, but over here in the models, we have to create, similar to user.model.js, we'll have post.model.js. And over here, we're just gonna create the model for the post. Okay, so the first thing is import mongoose from mongoose. Okay, and then we have const post schema, schema is equal to new, const post schema is equal to new mongoose schema, like that, and then we have over here like this. Okay, so we have this post schema is equal to new mongoose.schema, and over here we have to write the schema for this. Okay, so the first thing is writing here. So 1 second. Okay, one minute. Okay, so over here we have this and this, and you can basically put this mongoose post schema right here. This is just a better way to comprehend it. So let's just understand it like this. So post schema, the first thing what we need is a user ID. Okay, and that is basically, the type would be a string, and then would be required is equal to true. So now then we have the content. So content, and then we have that as type string. This is going to be the description, and then required is true. Okay, then we have the title, and then over here we could just say title would be type string, and then we have required, which is true. We have image field, type would be string. It shouldn't be required, so we can have a default value for the image, and we could basically place an image randomly. So if I go to this over here and I say random post image, okay, blog post image. So if I just search blog post image and go to the images, see this one, or any random one. So let's suppose this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this from, this is from Grammarly, so I'm going to copy image address. You can see copy image address. Okay, go back here and paste it right here. There you go. That's our image by default if no one gives an image. Okay, and then we have the other thing is the category. So what is the category of the blog? So you could have the type here for string, but one problem here is I want to show you one thing. String, we have a default. We could just set this to not general. We'll have uncategorized. So uncategorized, like so. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's there. Then we have the slug. Sorry. So after that we have the slug, and then that is a type of string. These are not required, remember. Okay, so actually the slug will be required, but the category is not required, and the image is not required, and this should be unique for each post. Okay, so now after that we have that all out of the way. We could go to this next part, which is right after this object, the bigger one, object, and we have the timestamps. Timestamps is equal colon true. This means that it's going to add in 2 additional fields which are created at and updated at. Tells when the object was created at, the timestamp for that, and then when the object was last updated. So it's really useful when you want to sort things and show them based on something like that. So const post is equal to mongoose dot model, and then we have post, and then we have post schema like that, and then we just basically export default post. Finally created our post model. So this was our post model. You could just format document if you have something like prettier, but yeah, this is a post model. It looks really nice, and now we could use this finally in our post.controller.js. So over here we have post. We could just okay, so that basically imports post from post.model.js, and now it should basically work and create a post for us. Okay, so we have this ID, user ID as well. Then we have the content and we have the title. Okay, so let's go and let's go and test this API out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Thunder client, which is right here, and we're going to have to log in with an admin user, right? So first of all, let's go and see what's happening here. So we have an API user delete, delete, and then we had delete. What else? We had sign in, and then we had sign up. Okay, so we have to check which account is an admin. I remember my own account is an admin. So this account that I'm logged in currently, which is this one. Right now, don't worry if the image doesn't appear sometimes. It's just a problem from Google, and after some time it would automatically appear. This account is an admin because I'm able to see the create post page. So I'm just gonna make sure I have the username, email, and password is basically gonna be something inside my database. I mean, I can't actually remember that because that's also hashed. Okay, so I'm logging in with Google. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so I mean, I wish I could change my password right here. There you go. So let's change it, update our password. At least 456 update. Okay, profile updated successfully. Now let's go and test this out. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this my application. Let's try to log in with the same thing. First, the email was pretty simple. It's haris2iftikhar@gmail.com. The password was 123456. Okay, and then this is a post sign in. Remember, this is post because we're signing in with the post method. Okay, we have invalid password. Why? I thought we gave the right password. 1 minute. So 123456 profile updated successfully. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, I refreshed it. Now let's just check in React Dev Tools. So you could go to inspect, and there should be Redux. Over here we have this current state, and then we have the username, the email, the profile picture is admin is also true, which is great. But the problem is that it's saying the password is invalid. But yeah, let's see again one more time. Let's see 123456. Okay, it's saying invalid password for some reason. I thought my update route, I mean, it does. I'm just gonna have to check it out in my Mongo database. Or let's just create a new admin account, right? So I'm also gonna log in the meantime, and also gonna create a new account. So we're gonna sign out from here, okay? We're gonna sign up with an account. So I'm gonna say admin, okay? Admin at admin.com, and the password is admin, okay? Let's see. We have login with Google. You could also add this feature where you could reveal your password if you want to see it. But yeah, I have it right now masked. If I go to the database and browse collection over here, and then you'll see that we'll have all our users here. So now we also have posts because we created that model. But over here, this is our and our server is running. That's why it adds this post when we added that model. So over there our post will exist, but over here our users exist, and you can see over here we have only one admin so far, and the password is also the same. I mean, everything looks good. There's some kind of problem, and I'm gonna have to fix it. 123456. Let's create a new user, and I said sign up. Okay, so we have this new admin created. Great. Okay, so now we're gonna log in with that admin at admin.com, and the password is admin. Okay, and let's sign in. Okay, so great. We logged in to that account. We don't have a profile because remember it basically saves a dummy profile. Now, if you go over here, you sign in success, and then you have this state. Right now, you can see the is admin is false. It's default set to false. We go and refresh this. We have the admin set to false here. Just 1 second. Right here. So I could actually update this. So I just click on this, and then I say true. Okay, and then I update this. Yeah, so this is my password. It's hashed. Now my admin is true. Refresh it one more time, and admin is false. It should reflect it. What I believe, I think I have to sign out, maybe re-sign in. Admin at admin.com, and password is admin. Sign in. Okay, sign in success. There you go. Yes, admin is true. Go to profile. You'll be able to see the create post page. Okay, that's also there. But now one thing now is we're a bit, we are allowed to create a post. So let's go and test this out. Go here. Try to log in first. Admin at admin.com. And the password is admin. I believe this should work now. Let's see. Okay, we got logged in. Perfect. The most important thing is this, set cookie and this access token, because this access token is using not only the ID that is the Mongo database provides for each user, but also my is admin, thing, which is true or not, right? So now I could actually detect this. I'm logged in perfectly. Let's go and also now test this API now. So /API /post, right? Then we have /create, and then over here what we have is the post method body. Okay, now if you look over here, remember we have over here we have /API /post and then /create, right? So this would be only for admins that could create posts. We need, the first thing is, now what is required? If you look at the model, this one, so we have that is required content and title. We could just give 3 things. So you have to give these 3 things. Okay. So let me just have this point in the side. Okay. Let me just have it right here, to be honest. Okay, now I'm just gonna, this is not the way to do it, but I'm showing you that first of all, we have the user ID, and then we'll have it as, like 1, 2, 3, okay? And then we'll have the content, okay? And then the content could be content for the post, okay? And then we have the title, okay? And then it should be over here, yeah. And that also a string. So you could just say post title. Okay, now note this, that the order of how you enter the results don't matter. I basically entered it like this. It really doesn't matter. Now, if I send it, now this is 201 created. We have a user ID is, added. Okay. Now we have content for the post, we have post title, image, by default Grammarly is image, remember we added that, category is uncategorized, slug is post hyphen title, remember it gets the 2 and then it makes that, ID is this, unique underscore ID for each post. Now what is this user ID, right? What is this actually? Well, this is the user ID, which user created this post. If you remember this sign in, I signed in with this admin@admin.com. Now this also has an ID. If you go to the headers, just go to the body. Just 1 minute. Just go here into the response. You'll have this ID. You see this ID? Match this one, which is 44DC at the end, with this one over here. So over here, 44DC. That means this admin created this post, right? So we're super, we created it really perfectly, and now. We created that post. You could actually view that in the database as well. It's definitely gonna be there. So this is our post. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to also now allow the ability to upload images. So if I click on an image, I want to click on this button. It should upload it on Firebase storage, and then from there, once it's successfully, I could have a preview of the image. I want to actually manually add it from here, like my title, my category, my description, and my image, and then when I click on publish, it will call my backend API and basically save all of this into my database. That's exactly the goal that we want to do. For that particular purpose, let's first of all get this image uploaded on Firebase. So for that particular purpose, it's super simple. Go here and close all this out. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to go to the client folder, and over here we have the source, and we have the pages, and we have a create post. Remember, this is the create post, which is allowing us to, create the post actually. So exactly the same thing. What we have to do is, we have to create the post. So yeah, exactly. So not like what I just said. I said create post has, this file input button. This is what I mean. So upload image. We want to use now this to determine, what we should do. So first of all, let's create a state over here. So right after, this create post, we could just say const, and this could be 1 minute. So, okay. So it would be called file, and then we have set file. Okay. This is for our image. We're trying to upload our image. So we're going to say use state, and then we can start with null. Of course, you don't have it. So you want to actually import use state as well. Okay, perfect. So now we have a set file. We want to make sure one important thing. If you go to the, if you basically go to the, this part where we have this upload image button, right? If I actually add in my, 1 minute, if I close this out and I put this on the side, bring this over here. So you have this upload image button. 1 second. I mean, it's not properly docked. Okay. So we have this upload image button, right? And then we have this file input, which is right here. And then there's this border, right? So what we want to do is we want to, first of all, have this file input, accept all images, right? But we want to have one other thing, which is an on-change event listener. And this is going to get in the E event, right? 1 minute. And it's going to basically go, let me just add this. It's not pretty, it's not docked properly, to be honest. I don't know why, but let me see. I thought it was going to be, but yeah, it has a problem. Now I think it is. Okay, so we want to have this event, and we have set file. Remember that file that was the state e.target.files, and then we want only the first image that you basically choose. Okay, so this is there. I mean, this looks so good. We choose our first image that we upload. Now, right after when we upload it, we want to actually go and, you know, see this button, which is outlined, you know, this upload image. You want this image to have an on-click event listener. So I have this, and what I want to do here is I want to have the handle image upload functionality done here. Okay. We also want, you know, it disabled when you, now it's not going to call it. We want it disabled once. I'll tell you the reason. We want it disabled when you don't have a, you know, when you're basically uploading the thing. When it's already uploading, you want the button to be disabled. So right now, we're not going to add that. Let's first create this function definition over here. So right here, const, what happened here? Okay, so const handle image upload. Oh, come on. So const handle image, and then we have upload, and then we have this, and then we have this, and then like that. Perfect. So handle image upload, you know, up here, what you have. So essentially what you want to do here is you want to have a try and catch. Like normal. You want to have the uploading image functionality done here. We've done this so many times before, and we did this earlier too. So, you know, you want to try to upload the image. So right now over here in the error part, you could just have console.log, and then we have error, like that, okay? But in the, you know, right part over here, which is here, what we could do is, first of all, we want to, you know, check if the file exists or not, right? So you could just say if there's not a file, you could simply return like that. But before all of this stuff out, we have this you know, file. We also want to add in some other states. First of all, I'm going to explain why I'll need these. Image upload progress. When we upload an image on Firebase, we want to know what is the progress of it, right? How much % it's done. So set image upload progress. So this state will help us for that particular purpose. And then we're going to start it out with null. Okay. And then the other state that we need is image upload error. If there's an error somehow existed, somehow an error occurred while uploading, we want to actually display that error, right? So set image upload. Oh, what happened here? Set image upload error, and equal to use state, and then we have first of all we have null. Okay, so the other thing what we have is the form data. Now this is not just the image, but exactly all of the things. I'm talking about all of this stuff. So title, category, image, and the description of the post will be in this form data state. So set form data, come on, set form data. And then we have use state, and then we have this empty object like this, okay? Now we have this, you know, perfectly aligned, and you know, we could actually go forward here. So now over here, remember when I said when there's no file existing, what you want to do is you simply want to have set image upload error, okay? And you want to have please select an image to upload. That's perfectly done. I don't know why it's complaining. Let's see, set image upload error. And do we have use state? We don't have use state here. So I mean, we have use state. So let's just see what's the error. Console, and we have an error that says too many re-renders. Please limit the number of re-renders to prevent an infinite loop. Okay. Let's refresh this. Too many re-renders. Okay. Okay. Handle. Okay, I got it. This is not. This is asynchronous. Okay. And handle image upload, and you know, we have if the file does not exist, we have please upload an image, and then we have return, and we have catch console.log. Okay, over here might as well have to have you know, this callback function like that. Okay, so that we fixed the issue. Now one problem here is that we added this callback function, but the problem, you know, that's going to arise here is that this you know, that's already fixed. This is not a problem at all. You know, deprecation listener. This is just from our you know, that quill byte that we added. This thing. What is it called? I think it's called React Quill. So it's part of React Quill, so it's not an issue at all. Just ignore that. So handle image upload. Just go back here and, you know, finish this up. So we're gonna try to upload the image, and you know, we have this part done, and then we move on to the next part, which is set image upload error. We have to first of all, by default, set it to null, because normally, remember, you might retry to upload one image multiple times, so you want to reset the state to null and then go and start uploading it. So that's why I need it null. Over here we have storage. Now we're using finally Firebase. So storage is equal to get storage. We've done this before as well, and we might have to put in the app. Now you might be asking, where's this stuff coming from? Well, first of all, get storage is coming from, no suggestions. So let's just import it here. So import get storage ref and uploads bytes resumable. We'll need all of this from firebase/storage, and we also need import app from /firebase.js. Now this is a file that we created before, which is right here. And remember, this exports export const app, and that's why we need it, because we have our environment key, and that's allowing us to use Firebase. That's why we have to pass it in here and get storage, so that it actually, you know, allows us to save stuff. And now we could add in a name for the file, because every time you upload the same file, it could give you an error, right? You don't want to have storage. So we could say, first of all, we'll have file name, file name, and then we have, I'll have camel case. File name is equal to, let me have a little, okay. So file name is equal to, we have new date, based on the date, whatever the date time is, that get time. So this is always going to be unique. So get time, and then prepend it with a dash, and then put in your file name. So plus, and then we have file dot name, like that. Okay. So, you know, essentially this file is right here, and we're talking about the name of that file, and that's going to be stored there. And then, you know, we basically use that for uploading that file. Awesome. So far so good. Now we want to do is a little zoom out, and what we want to do is we want to actually hold in a storage ref, and we have ref, storage, and then the file name. I mean, why do I have this? I'll just put in file name here, file name, okay? So right after the storage ref, we want upload task. So we have upload bytes resumable, we have storage ref, and then the file, which is the top file, the object, remember this thing, which is the state. So we're basically passing that in. After that, we have you know, upload task dot on. This is the main function. So it's called upload task dot on. We have state changed, okay, and then we have a snapshot. Okay, snapshot, and this is for each different you know, percentage, actually, you know, progress. So we have progress. We go calculate the progress using snapshot like this. So snapshot.bytes transferred, and then we have slash snapshot.total bytes multiplied by 100, and then we have, this is our progress. We have set image upload progress to this progress. Well, this is going to be in decimal, so we want it in whole numbers. We could say to fixed to make it in whole numbers by just putting a 0. Okay, don't worry about this error right now. We have an expected comma after this. We'll fix this right now. So right after this, we just have to add this comma actually. And then what we do is we actually have an error checker that, you know, if there's an error, we have set image upload error. All these states are coming in play now. And then we have image upload failed. Okay. And then we have set image upload progress, and then we have that set to null. Okay, so that's pretty good. I mean, we have the error, and then we have set image upload error to this message, and then we have the progress set to null again, because we failed the image uploading process. And then over here, what we'll have is this final place. This is where everything is, you know, gonna end up if everything is successful. So we have get download URL. This is also from Firebase. And then we have upload task.snapshot.ref, and then we have .then, and we have download URL. Okay, just add this. Okay, so over here in the download URL, we have set image upload progress to null, because we're done uploading it, right? Set image upload error to null as well, because we don't have an error now. Set image upload error to null. And then finally we have set form data, that state. We have the existing data, form data as it is. Now this means like other data like title, description, right? Category, but the image would just be changing. So spread operator does that particular functionality, and it's really useful. So we have upload URL right here. Just pass in upload URL. Everything else seems to be really good. Now the last thing here is this, you know, this object, which is right here, but we have to close this, you know, upload task thing. So we have to close the body. So that's where, you know, we close the, you know, upload task body. So right here we have this get download URL, which is right here. Then we have this, you know, semicolon. So right here. So, oh yeah, so this is .then. Sorry, this is the parentheses for .then. After that we have this one, but now we just have to close in the, you know, that upload task.on. So this is basically closing here. This part over here, which is with this part, which is from download task, this had to be closed. You know, .then, which is download URL, that success part had to be closed here, and then this upload task, you know, the entire thing has to be closed here. So that's essentially how everything works here. We have the catch, and then over here we could also just pass in, you know, set image upload error, and then we could just say image upload failed. We also have set image upload progress, and that is set to null, because once we upload, once we failed to upload an image, we could just set this state to this message, and we also have this set image upload progress to null. Now this is going to be handy for our alert messages, and this is going to be handy for our percentages that we could see over here while we're uploading some image. Right now you could see that everything is really well written. Now you could actually post an image right now, but I'm not going to upload until I actually have one last thing, and that is a circular progress bar. So I want to import circular progress bar. So I could have which is going to be called circular progress, not this is circular progress bar, and this is coming from React circular progress bar. We did this last time too. So in the recent part we had circular progress bar. So we have this imported already, npm I, remember to do that. We also have to import its necessary CSS. So we have React, this one. So React circular progress bar, and then we have this. Okay, so now we have this imported, which is good. We could use this circular progress bar during this button when we click on it. So if we go to the circular progress bar, it's actually going to be once you have this button. So right here, where's this button? Upload image, right? So essentially we want it right inside of it. So you can see over here, upload image, right? We don't want it to have it if there's going to be some condition. Let me just have this object here. So we have image upload progress. If there's some progress going on, right? Remember, like, there's a number. If it's null, then you don't need to go. But if there's some kind of number, you basically create a div, and you would have a class name for that, and would have a width of 16. Height will be also of 16, and this is where our circular progress bar will be. Okay, so the value for this would be image upload progress, and then the text would be image upload progress with the percentage. But suppose if the image upload progress doesn't exist, we could have it as 0 just by convention here. So right now I actually so just have it like this. Let me fix this out as well. So right now this is a part where we say upload image progress. If it's uploading, show the percentages. If not, so like that, upload, just have this text saying, upload image, like that. For now, it's not going to have that, so it's going to have the upload image. But this is exactly how we are going to be able to upload our image there. So that's good. That's really good. But one other thing is we want to show an alert. So I'm going to have an alert part over here. So I'm going to have, those right after this, let's say right after the div. So right after the div, which is right here. And before React Quill, you want to have this image upload. So we have image upload error. If that exists, then we have an alert, and we'll have a color for this alert. This is from Flowbyte, remember. The color for this would be a failure color, and then we'd have the message here would be image upload error. Remember those messages that we were constantly saving? This is going to be there. So right now, let me just quickly try to upload an image. Right now, you're going to see the progress. So, okay. So when I clicked on this, it went to an error stage. So let's see what happened here. So over here in the console, we have alert is not defined. Okay, let's go back here and upload. Alert isn't that hard to import. So just have control space and Flowbyte. Okay, so now that is done. That looks good. Let's now try to upload an image. So this remove, ignore that. It's just from Quill this, what is it called? Quill, React Quill. Upload an image. Right now I didn't upload an image, and it says please select an image to upload. The reason behind this is because we added that alert message, right? So if I suppose I try to upload this thing. Okay, I got that PNG. Now I try to upload this. You see this progress bar, and it goes all the way to 100%. You see that, all that? That means this image has been uploaded successfully to my Firebase local storage. I mean that cloud storage, sorry. But I want to actually have it displayed here at the bottom just for now, and then we'll fix it up later on. But I could tell you that this has been successfully uploaded. Okay. And then it goes back to upload image once it's done. You know, the progress has been done. I mean, this was super well written. Now I want to basically go here and, you know, have this image upload error. And once, you know, the image is uploaded, you could actually have a condition here. So form data. To be honest, I think it's going to be in the form data. It's guaranteed going to be in the form data. So if the form data that image exists, what you have here is the image. So you could just have the image tag. The source for this image would be just one tab here. Source would be for form data dot image. Okay. The alternative would be just an image or upload. I'll just have that. And the class name here would be with full. So with full. And then we have height 72. And then we have object cover. Come on, COVER. Okay, so we just have to close this image tag like this. Everything looks good to go. And we have this image. You see that? Perfectly done. Perfectly done. Let's do one more time. So refresh this. It's gone from the state. If I have an error, it's going to show this. But if I try to upload an image, like random image, like this one, so it's going to upload it first to that. And then after that, you could see over here, you know, the image have been uploaded. So perfectly done. This is super awesome. Really well done progress. And now the last, I mean, what we have to sum up with this is now we have this image uploading functionality. It's guaranteed being uploaded on Firebase. We now just have to add the title, the category, the image, and the description, all within the form data that we created. So this form data, which is right here. So this form data has to populate all of this thing in, you know, this object. And then after that, push this or call the API that we created recently, you know, backend API, and save all of it in our database.